Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be driving up to North Wales this weekend and I'm going to be swinging by the Evo Triangle. It's been something I've been wanting to do now for quite a while. I know that obviously the magazine use it for their car features and Top Gear, and I decided I would take the Mercedes, and I'll be joined by a friend of mine who has a Mark 7 Golf GTI Club Sport. It's like 400 plus horsepower. It's a quick car, and yeah, pretty much just going to do a 2-day event and see how it goes. I did manage to have a look on the map and I found the 3 points of the Evo Triangle. So yeah, you'll be joining me in the morning and see what this Evo Triangle is all about. These roads just keep getting better and better, and we haven't even reached our destination yet. Unbelievable. We are extremely high up. Still climbing. We've been climbing for miles now. That's definitely been one of the highlights of this drive so far. It is crazy. You do not want to be driving too quickly around these roads, because if you come off the road, you are going to be brown bread, and I ain't kidding you. Desperate to stop because, well, just to get some pictures and stop for some food as well, which would be nice. We're really starting to get into some pretty nice scenery at the moment. Currently driving towards Lannog, I think it's pronounced. I really don't know, so apologies. Yeah, wow, the scenery around here is unbelievable. Definitely what I came here for now. Man, imagine living out here? Oh, God, I really would love it. But people always say to me like, yeah, but you know, it'd be a quiet life. I'm a lorry driver. I literally work alone all day, every day, and I love it. And I wouldn't care that I don't have a phone reception or anything like that. Man, the scenery is unbelievable. Well, we just stopped again for a few pictures and a little breather for a moment. Just scenery for days around here. You almost don't want to drive too fast. Like, the roads are incredible and they're dead. You know, it's only what, it's 20 to 12 right now. There's no one around, and again we're still on our way to Bala, I think it is, as a reference point, and a lot of bikers about. But yeah, you find yourself, you don't want to drive too fast and like miss anything, because the scenery around here, it's just unbelievable. Honestly, anyone who hasn't driven up to North Wales, you must do it. And although there are moments, of course. Drive, so, but no, in all seriousness, yeah, I just don't want to take it all in. Well, we just made our second stop to get fuel. Just put in 35 quid's worth of fuel, and we're currently in Welshpool, so heading towards Bala, or Bala, I don't know how you pronounce that, but that's currently the direction we're heading. So not long to go now. We've officially now started the Evo Triangle after 176 miles. You could have got it probably a bit more direct than that, but yeah, it's true, there are average speed cameras pretty much for this entire section. I assume over the years it just got so busy with people driving like absolute nutters. Yeah, okay, the average speed currently so far it's national speed limit, so it's 60. Today, me and Sean, especially once we got into Wales, we've been barely going above 4. We've been between like 40 and 50 miles per hour. And I know that sounds all boring and slow, but it all depends what you're here for. Like, if I want to absolutely cane it around some roads, I know some good roads I can do that on, pretty local to me. I don't know these roads. I'm not local to this area. I'm fine with driving at around 50 miles per hour, 40, 50. Some of the smaller roads, we were doing like 30, 35. I'm not in a rush. I don't want this trip to end. So I have not got a problem with taking my time. Apart from the fact that these roads, when they're on Top Gear, etc., on these magazines and stuff, I would imagine sometimes if they've got the budget, they can close these roads or sections of these roads, and you can do what you want then. But you know, if you're just an average Joe, this is just how it is. So, well, we've had a quick stop for a moment here on the Evo Triangle. We're pretty much on the last leg now, so got to do a few flyby shots, of course, obligatory flyby shots. road that you wouldn't imagine anyone to crash because there's average speed, keeping everyone's speed limits low. Literally, a car parked in the field crashed through the fence with the occupants just sat inside chatting. A Nissan Juke. Really? Everyone's doing like 35 miles per hour and you've managed to crash and there is literally no one on this road. Right, this is the third part of it. The B4501. Oh God. Road conditions good. That's a good start. Triangle completed. Wasn't actually that bad. It was quite enjoyable. Shame the weather wasn't great, but I think we've done pretty well considering it's not absolutely pissing it down. It's kind of just been kind of drizzly, but yeah, this trip isn't ending just with the Evo Triangle for us. So we knew that it was just going to be a relatively short part of our journey. And as I said, all of North Wales is just driving roads. So we're going to go and check in at the hotel now. Well, good morning. That turned out to be a heavier night than I thought it was going to be. A night out in Wrexham. You know it's just going to be a heavy one when you start off with a few beers, go to an Indian. You just know, once you've gone from the Indian, you're on a night out. Pretty good night out, actually, for a Thursday. So anyone up in Wrexham, not bad. Anywho, today, obviously, we're going to be heading back down south. Haven't figured out yet. We're running a little bit late today. You know, the old head, it's a little heavy. Yeah, we haven't quite figured out what routes we're going to do today, because we might do some coastal routes, but it does mean sort of going back on ourselves. So you will find that out, I guess, in the video, of course. We decided to head down towards Shropshire Hills. Have a mooch about around there, never been there before, and then once we're done there, drive down to the Forest of Dean, do the same kind of thing, and then we're only about an hour and 10 minutes from home then, so that should round up the trip. Now, at least the weather's on our side today. Yesterday wasn't too bad considering. I mean, it could have just been raining all day, but it was kind of foggy and gloomy, but it's turned out not bad today, so pretty happy about that. I decided to Google, oh my word, I decided to, Sean's not happy, Google some viewing platforms as we've just entered the Shropshire Hills area. It's got a little off-road, if you know what I mean. I mean, this thing's 22 years old, so with 189,000 miles on it, she ain't perfect, so I'm not too worried about the old paint, if you know what I mean. My mate Sean, on the other hand, not quite in the same boat. The houses around here, jeez Louise. Excuse me, just met a very, very miserable horse rider that I reversed down a lane for, and she insisted I came and passed her and then looked at me like I'd done something terrible to her. I mean, this is very off-roady now. It's a bit of an awkward one when you meet someone I don't even know if I'm going right or not. Apparently it's down here. Maybe we have to get out and walk. Oh, Sean's not going to be happy about this. It's I'll be honest, it's just... this is a dead end. Well, we did have to abort the mission on that. It got a little too rough. The areas that I wanted to get to is all by foot, like hiking, because there were a lot of hikers that we passed. There was really nowhere to leave the cars, so we had to abort the mission on that. So we're going to try and find somewhere else, and then if not, just continue onwards to the Forest of Dean, see if there's any more sort of areas to stop there before heading back home. Wow, that was unbelievable. We just stopped at a viewpoint on one of the hills up here. Decided to go for a little hike. I know that me saying this, you won't be able to get this point of view from my perspective, but that wind, I've never felt wind like it. Honestly, me and Sean were literally diagonally standing and the wind was holding us up. Non-stop wind. It just didn't stop. That was just unbelievable. That was fun. I actually really enjoyed that. But now we really are going to head back because the day's getting on a little bit. And we've got quite a lot of mileage to do. So you'll join us on the way back.
So that's the end of our mini road trip away up to North Wales. Absolutely epic trip away. The car's absolutely hanging. Desperately needs a good wash, that's for sure. Some of those dirt tracks we took that led us to nowhere when we were in the Shropshire Hills. And yeah, talking to the Shropshire Hills, that was a great little add-on to the trip that we didn't know we were going to do. We just thought, well, we're on our way back, let's just pass it. So definitely, highly recommend anyone going to Shropshire Hills if they haven't been. Evo Triangle was obviously the main part of this trip. Did have the average speed on it, but it really wasn't that bad. We were just happy to be there. There was no cars on there anyway. You can stop, you can park up, and then you're just in that time zone anyway. So if you do want to have a little, tear up, you effectively you can within those sections because you've stopped. Not that we did that, but so yeah, it was really good. Ultimately, really would have wanted a few more days up there, but we had to come back. It's just costs. It's just crazy nowadays. Everyone knows what it's like. So, well, anyway, that's that, and hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.